Today we're taking a look at Tesla. What is going on with this stock? It's mind-blowing to say the least at this point. Gonna take a look at some of the news and talk about what's going on with this stock today. It's up over, what is it up? It's up huge. It's up 4.8% today alone, and it is showing no signs of weakness at this point. Gonna take a look at the chart, talk about some of the news and everything that's going on with this stock today and why it's up so big. And if you're a Tesla investor, what you should be looking out for and all of that fun stuff right here in this video. So make sure you guys stay tuned. What's going on, guys? So today we're talking about one of the most popular stocks in the stock market. It's hard to believe that Tesla is at the price that it is at. And it's not that I'm a bear, it's not that I think that Tesla's worthless and that they should go bankrupt, but it's just mind-blowing to say the least that today the price of Tesla is over $1,100. It's up over 4.8% today alone. What is causing this spike? So big news today is that the Tesla China plant might have come to the rescue last quarter. Now, Tesla may have delivered more than 83,000 vehicles last quarter, according to analyst estimates compiled by Bloomberg. Some think that it's possible that Tesla surpasses the roughly 87,000 cars handed over to customers a year ago, more than 88,000 delivered in the first 3 months of 2020. Expectations were much lower just a few months ago when Tesla and its automotive peers shut factories and showrooms, watch their stock prices crater. But while other car manufacturer shares have come back slowly, Tesla's stock price has soared. Now, a lot of analysts are still putting a sell rating on this stock, and recently CEO Musk came out saying that the company could manage to avoid a quarterly loss. Breaking even is looking super tight, he said. This is an email, but it really makes a difference for every car you build and deliver. Please go all out to ensure victory. So Elon Musk sent out this email again saying that breaking even is looking super tight, and he's encouraging his employees to do everything they can to be victorious here in this quarter and break even and beat the idea of having a loss. Now also there's obviously, people out there saying that the whole Tesla deal is a bubble and it's doomed to pop at some point. Now, for a typical auto or tech company, unit sales will be a critical piece of information. However, at this point, there's plenty of evidence that suggests that the market likely won't care about whatever delivery number Tesla reports this week. Strategic Wealth Partners CEO Mark Tepper recently called Tesla the most impossible stock to understand. But to him, the best way to understand Tesla is to look at past growth path of some of the biggest tech companies in the world. So no longer is Tesla a automotive play, it's a tech play here, a data play, really what it comes down to. All of these cars on the road are increasing its AI capability, and they're gathering data. And we all know that data, at the end of the day, is a big player in the world that we live in today, especially with Facebook, Google, and Amazon, and all these companies out there that are now turning themselves from an actual retail company or a company that's in business to a data gatherer. Now, in 2019, Tesla reported 367 total vehicles delivered. That's an average of 91,875 cars per quarter. In 2020, Tesla has guided the full year delivery should comfortably exceed 500,000 units. To hit 500,000 units, Tesla will need to build on average 137 deliveries per quarter over the next 3 quarters. Considering that the second quarter of 2019, Tesla delivered just 95,000 vehicles, and seeing what's going on in the current world with the whole pandemic and things like that, it's a little optimistic. It's a little optimistic that they can hit 137,000 deliveries this quarter. Analysts are expecting Tesla to report roughly 70,000 vehicles delivered in the second quarter, down 26% from a year ago. At the end of the day, like I said, I've said this before, Tesla, it's a cult stock. People don't care. They don't care anymore. They just want to own a piece of the Elon empire. They want to be a part of the revolution that Elon is so strong about. And that's what's so amazing at this point, is that people are no longer, they don't care about the actual valuation, the company itself. All they want to do is be a part of the Elon army. And Elon has done a really good job of doing that. And once again, analysts are expecting second quarter deliveries to be down 26% from last year. And bullish analysts are calling for 0% growth. So any type of growth at this point could really be a big driver for this stock at this point. Now, more analysts saying they could not be more bearish, that they look like Tesla is completely detached from reality at this point. And also Tepper came out saying that it's probably the only stock where the CEO can say that the stock is too expensive and it goes up over 25% the next month. That's mind-blowing. It really is mind-blowing. And everyone's coming out with the same idea that the Tesla stock price is too high, and that just 2 months ago the stock price was $700 and now today it's $1,100. Now back in 2000 there was a big bubble with tech stock. You had a stock like Cisco Systems. It was a market leader. The revenue soared up 132% in 2000 to 2010. The share price plummeted 54% from 2010. Morgan Stanley analyst Adam Jonas says it's a long shot for Tesla's business to justify its current valuation by 2030. We've heard that before. We'll see what happens. Now, Tesla, again, is caught inside of this electric market bubble. Tesla, a great company. We've seen what they've done. We've seen the technology advancements, the data play, and all that. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that are calling a bubble here on this tech sector, especially with Tesla and some of the other companies that are just really booming for no real reason other than this idea that everyone's trying to jump into this tech bubble and they want to ride the wave as long as they can. There's people that are already claiming that Tesla stock could see $7,000 by the end of 2020, which is mind-blowing. There's also the bears that are calling for a $200 valuation by the end of 2020. It's really interesting to see what happens, and we'll see what happens here after the ER this week. You can see the high there in the beginning of 2020 at $1,000. The high basically right there at $1,000. We had this big crash, obviously, when the market tanked. But look how interesting this is. It hits $400 and then just rallies ever since. So if you're a bear here, if you're any type of bear and you believe that Tesla is going down in price and you're shorting, you're getting squeezed out over and over and over, and it's just not happening for anyone right now. Nobody can call the top here on Tesla at this point because it has become such a beast of a stock. It's now gone from a company that you can invest in to just a massive beast of a stock between the bears and the bulls at this point. Every day you hear about the bears finally calling the top, all right? Every day it's like, okay, we're finally at the top. We're finally going to pull back, This is finally going to go back down in price. But look at this. We got to the thousands. It broke right through up there to, right almost 1,050. It pulled back. 900 held there. That's what's so interesting is look at that. 900 holding there. 700 holding here. 800 holding here. And now right there at 1,000 having, that channel. And look at this. Just breaking out of this channel and going to the moon. These are daily candles, by the way. 1, 2, 3. 3 days this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Up there to $1,153 today. So all the bears who were like, hey, this is finally the top, right? We've hit $1,000. This can't go any higher. It just can't go any higher, can it? We're going to finally get the win here. The bears are finally going to win, right? Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're getting screwed all the way. And it's insane. It's literally just insane at this point. But it's really interesting. It's really interesting to see how well Tesla has done in this type of environment, where most big companies, most stocks are, pulling back. They're kind of having trouble. People are worried about bankruptcy. But Tesla, on the other hand, It just can't stop. It just can't stop going higher at this point. Now, obviously, now I make this video, I talk about it going higher and higher. There is going to come a point where Tesla will finally pull back. It is finally going to pull back at some point. But the problem is, where is that point at? There's nowhere to be like, hey, this is resistance, oh, this is resistance. It's literally just nothing but blue sky here. When I say blue sky, it's basically just saying, hey, the stock has never been at this price before, and it's going to just keep going higher and higher until the squeeze is finally over. And it's finally, at some point, right? At some point here, it's got to pull back. Obviously, it's got to pull back here at some point. But maybe it just keeps going higher and higher. Remember, I made a video talking about how people put I think it was $6,000 target on Tesla. That was a thing. People were like, Tesla's going to 6,000. And that was like back here when it was $400. So that's what's so amazing about this move is everybody doubted Tesla. Everyone's been doubting Tesla since I started trading in the market. People have been doubting Tesla. And look what happens when people doubt Tesla. Really, look at this channel. This thing has just been just booming, right? Just been booming here and making higher highs and higher highs nonstop, just spiking. And up there above, well above $1,000 now. So that's mind-blowing. If you would have told someone, if I would have told someone back in 2018, 2019, if I would have told you, back here, if I would have been like 2019, I would have been like, hey guys, if I had made a video on YouTube and I said, hey, if I would have made a video on YouTube and I told people, hey, by 2020, Tesla stock is going to go from 200. It's going to go from 200 in 2019 to $1,000 in 2020. You guys would have all laughed. You would have ridiculed me. You would have made videos. You would have made comments saying I was an idiot. But nobody could have expected this other than maybe the biggest and baddest bulls for Tesla in the world. But hey, this is what it's all about. This is the type of opportunity that can take a normal person from, having a few $100,000 to having a few $1 million. So imagine investing $100,000 in Tesla back in 2019. Today, you would be up, 300, 400, 500, 600%, especially depending on how you did it with calls or with options or just buying the stock and things like that. It's really interesting to look at this chart and be like, hey, this is the perfect short, right? At some point, the stock is going to crash at some point. But the problem is maybe it won't crash until $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000. It's really hard to say at this point. We are obviously in a massive bubble. No stock can go up over 500%, especially in this type of environment, and justify that, especially when their financials and their overall earnings do not reflect what's actually happening with the company and the stock price. So let's see what happens with Tesla here the next few days. I'm interested to see. I'm sure you're interested to see, and we'll see. We'll just see what happens. So if you guys haven't already, do me one big favor. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, all the buttons down below. I will talk to you guys later on.